Hello, my name's Joey and I'm from the Student Housing Services at Bath Spa University, and in this presentation we'll be talking about living in the community. So that'll go through topics such as community relations, waste collection days and recycling schemes, and generally staying safe in and around Bath. So we'll start off with the community relations, and there's 4 topics we're going to be talking about. Firstly, is something really important to be aware of is the Student Community Partnership, which is a fantastic initiative that's been going for many years now, and it is a partnership of the 2 students' unions, the 2 universities and the local council, and they work together to generally build strong town and gown relations, whether through volunteering projects or also through their action line, which is a number that any resident of Bath can call if they're having any particular issues with students. Then they can be notified and a polite reminder will be sent to you that you may want to tone down your actions. Hopefully you won't be experiencing much of the action line, but more of the volunteering projects, as there are some fantastic things going on. To find out more about that, visit www.townandgown.org.uk, and you'll often find many of the student union representatives getting involved in a lot of community projects there, so well worth checking out. The PAC meetings are also another initiative that bring communities together. It stands for Partnerships and Communities Together. It's a nationwide initiative which promotes close cooperation between community groups and residents, which encourages everyone to take responsibility for the quality of life in their community. Parking, another really useful thing to think about. If there's 6 of you in a house, do you really need each to have a car? Just think how hard it will be to find parking if you haven't got it off-road and you're having to share the street with all the other terraced houses. And also, if you are looking to bring a car, do you need to buy a parking permit to park it off-road? I will just show you a bit later where you can find out whether you'll need a parking permit or not. And the final thing it is, again, worth reminding you about is the whole university image. As a Bath Spa University student, wherever you are, on campus or off campus, all your actions will contribute towards the university image, as you will always be a BSU student. And it's just worth reminding that if you bring the university into disrepute through your actions, then you may be facing the disciplinary procedures at the university. So it is worth pointing out, but then hopefully you will not have to come into contact with this procedure. Okay, so waste collection. 3 useful things to know about here: general waste, recycling, and getting rid of unusual waste. Now, the best place to go to find out any of these things is the website where you've probably found the link for this, a private welcome, which is http://housing.bathspa.ac.uk/private welcome. And as you can see down here, we've got waste and food waste. So let's just jump to food waste. This highlights the new initiative, which is starting in a few days on the 4th of October 2010, and it's basically a box for your food to recycle it. And what you'll see is you get 2 boxes. You get a smaller recycling box, which is mainly based in your kitchen or inside the house, and has a sort of a bag inside which you put your food waste into. And then you've got a larger bin here which stays outside the house, and you can throw all the stuff away, and it's a weekly collection. And just to show you what can go in it, pretty much all your food waste here. So that document is again on here, so you can go through at your own leisure. Another useful tool is the student guide on waste, and here you can just see the leaflet that the waste services give out to all students, but it's worth checking out before you come to Bath, really, because then you can just get up to speed on what boxes have we used for what, and how to find out your collection days, how to get rid of unusual rubbish, and really importantly, it's got the link to the Waste Services website. So if we just click on that and open this up, here you'll see pretty much everything you need to know on waste services in Bath. And now I'll just go back to what I was talking about earlier with the parking permits, but also this will help you find your waste collection days, which is always something that you never know until you move into your new house. But here we go, it's www.bathnes.gov.uk, and that's the main Bath, North and East Somerset Council website. So we click on that and you go here. Type in your postcode quite simply under your information. So which one should we do? I think this is the first half of Millmead Road. And here we go, Millmead Road. Yeah, we'll just randomly choose one property here. And up it comes. It's got a little map showing you where it is, but more importantly, it's got your weekly recycling times here, what's taken when. Usually you'll find in Bath that everything's collected on the same day, which is really useful. And also you'll see whether you'll need a parking permit or not. Here, thankfully, you don't need one, so that's useful to know. And you'll also have other information about crime prevention here. That's also a useful thing that we'll start talking about in a minute. And also local community information and news, which is useful just to keep a hold on everything that's going on in your direct, immediate local area. Okay, so we'll just go back to the presentation now. And the final slide is about staying safe. Crime is something that you have to be aware of. Luckily, Bath is one of the safest cities in the country. It's come second in the Complete Universities Guide's Safest City category. But you've got to be aware that students are sometimes targeted for certain crimes. On the NUS website, they quote, according to the Home Office, 1 in 3 students is a victim of crime. So it's worth taking sensible precautions. It's amazing how many students will not be received quotes on insurance, for example, because they've left a window or a front door open. So when you're going out, it's really important to remember to keep your property secure and to not leave any incentives for burglars to target your house in particular. And it's also worth remembering to make sure you're not walking home late at night on your own. It sounds obvious, but it's definitely something to keep in mind, because you don't want to make yourself susceptible to any types of crime, no matter how unlikely they may be. What to do in an emergency? Fairly obviously, you'd call 999 in the majority of them, but some may require a less emergency approach. So, for example, just a simple call to the Bath Police station may be something that's useful to you. And again, that we just saw in the council, the Your Home category on the council home website, you can see crime prevention and police details on that page. Student Watch is a new initiative that's been set up by the Student Community Partnership, and Bath Spa University has been heavily involved in this, especially at the Students' Union, and they're developing basically a project which aims to raise awareness of just general crime prevention and good practice, and they're looking for volunteers. So if that's something you're interested in getting involved with, feel free to drop them an email. su-president@bathspa.ac.uk is a useful email to have to forward on your interest to. Okay, so that concludes this section of our presentations on living in the local community. I hope they've been useful. If this sparked off any questions for you, then you can always contact us at any of these details here, either accommodation@bathspa.ac.uk or call us on 01225 875843. Thanks for listening.